Okay, so welcome. Just to highlight, we have Mayor Mandel, Deputy Mayor Joe Duffy, and Councilwoman Jackie Wilson, and Councilmember Corey Cook here with us. And then we have two representatives from the County Legislature, John Buren and Marty Chalk, so thank you for coming. So the purpose of the budget presentation is to present it to City Council. What I will do is go over information pertaining to, again, the proposed budget for 2026, and I will highlight information throughout the course of the presentation. So the operating budget for the City of Elmira is a comprehensive and financial plan outlining all projected revenues and expenditures for next year. And it covers all of our municipal departments, everything that would range from generating revenues as well as creating expenses for the City of Elmira. So we ask, how do we get here today? During the summer months, our department heads meet on a weekly basis with the City Chamberlain and ask for A, B, and C. And then the City Chamberlain and I meet and we take away A, B, C, D, and E, and we try and narrow down that gap. Once we narrow the gap, we meet with our budget committee. And this year our budget committee was Mayor Mandel, Deputy Mayor Joe Duffy, Councilmember Gary Brin, Charmaine, and myself. To say that putting the budget together was very challenging is not an understatement. Really and truly, it wasn't until this past Monday that we came to a net even or zero balance, sorry. So it was very difficult to work on the 2026 budget, but we feel that we have a fair budget to present to everybody. So general fund revenues are $46.6 million, expenses, again, $46.6 million. Community development revenues $165,000, expenses $165,000. ARP fund $2.8 million in revenues, expenses $2.8. So with all three combined, it's a grand total of $49.6 million in revenue as well as in expenses. So the city, over the past few years, have seen a growth in the fund balance. In 2023, we ended the year with $7.46 million in our fund balance. However, in 2024, we ended with a fund balance of $2.3 million. So a significant decrease from one year to the next. We'll go more into depth on how this occurred, but first and foremost, unanticipated healthcare expenses, as well as the foreclosure agreement was amended with regards to the timing of fund settlement that the county makes us whole with taxes on an annual basis. So for those of you who were here and recall, back in 2015, the county had reduced the sales tax distribution to the City of Elmira. So we entered into many shared service agreements. The shared service agreements were met for the simple fact that the reduction in sales tax money coming to the city has been decreased. So we had a shared service with Department of Public Works or Streets Department, Buildings and Grounds, and health insurance, where the city would be going on the county health insurance. So in 2018, we changed from paying premiums to Chemung County to being considered self-insured, which caused a significant increase in unbudgeted money over the past couple of years to the tune of $2.7 million of unbudgeted money. In 2021, Buildings and Grounds returned to the City of Elmira. In 2024, our health insurance agreement with the county was terminated. So 2 out of the 3 shared service agreements that helped us financially because of the reduction in sales tax money was returned to the city of Elmira without an increase in any sales tax funding to the city of Elmira. In June of this year, we were notified by the county that they wanted to send our Department of Public Works or Streets Department back to the city of Elmira over a 4-year period where the city then would incur a percent of an annual basis paying to the county up until 2029. So we had asked them that we would be more than willing to take everybody back. However, we wanted to be restored our health insurance or our sales tax money that we had back in 2014, that same formula. So I will tell you, the county exec and I did meet a couple weeks ago, and he is willing to continue negotiations and discussions into 2026. So we don't have that financial burden of any monies going back to the streets department starting in 2026. Our numbers that Charmaine has come up with, that she has shared numerous times, not only with us internally, but also with the county legislators. We feel that with the change in sales tax monies, the city has lost over $23.4 million since 2015, since we entered into these shared service agreements. So our tax foreclosure agreement, the city or the county makes us whole on an annual basis for any unpaid taxes. So typically in February of each year, we would receive $2 million, hypothetically saying, of monies that weren't received from taxes. So when received in February, we can backdate that information into the previous year. So they changed it. They are still going to make us whole, but it's a timing issue. So instead of us being made whole in February, where we can backdate it into the previous year, they will make us whole beginning in April, any monies that they collect on a monthly basis, and then the remainder would be made whole in November. So although we are receiving the monies, it's a timing issue, which then affects our bottom line when it comes to reporting any type of fund balance. Again, I know that we say this over and over again and nothing has changed, but 38.55% of properties in the city of Elmira are tax exempt, meaning 61.45 property taxes pay 100% of property tax within the city of Elmira. The 38.55 tax exempt include New York State buildings such as the prison, the Elmira Psych Center, Chemung County buildings that offer Department of Social Services, DMV, the DA, the sheriff, the jail, Arna Ogden Medical Center, LECOM, Elmira College, the school districts. Now again, it's not uncommon for cities to have tax exempt properties within their location. It's just a known fact. So we appreciate the jobs that this creates. We appreciate the employees that work for them. But I think it's important that everybody realizes that only 61% of property taxes are being paid and 38% are tax exempt. Again, our revenues don't change on an annual basis. 47% is the highest percent of revenue that we receive, and that is from property taxes. So in the 2026 budget, I am proposing a 12% tax increase. We are going to utilize $911,997 from our general fund balance. Keep in mind, a few years ago, it was 7-point-some million. So we probably have approximately 1.3 million. So we're going to use 911,000. Our sanitation fee will remain flat, and we have increased the sales tax monies that we'll receive for next year to $6.4 million. I know that when people hear a percentage when it comes to property taxes, I think it's important for everyone to know that it's based on the assessed value of homes within the city. It is not based on the full market value or what you purchased the home for. So if we look at someone who has a home assessed at $50,000, your annual increase from last year to this year will be $180 or $15 a month. So if you look over to the monthly increase, or the second chart, the 2025 to 2026 increase, a $100,000 assessed home is going to go up $359.80 on an annual basis, or $29.98 a month. So I think if you, again, nobody wants to hear about a tax increase. I understand that. I realize that. But I think it's, again, important to remember that it's based on the assessed value of the home. And if you look at it on an annual or a monthly basis, I think it's easier to swallow. We will continue to provide essential services to the community. We will maintain fiscal transparency and responsibility. And we will collaborate with Chemung County on key agreements. And those key agreements will be the sales tax for the future, as well as hopefully the sales tax foreclosure, or not the sales tax, the property foreclosure agreement. Right now, as of 12/31, our fire department will be out of contract. We have met with them. We have not come to any agreement as of yet. CSEA, PBA, and school traffic officers will all have their union contracts fulfilled for 2026. On a positive note, quite a bit of economic development within the city of Elmira. We owe a lot of appreciation to Jim Capriotti, him remodeling, redoing 1 through 8 Clemens Square below the parking garage. For Centertown Social, we do have Taco Bell coming to South Main Street that should be opening up within the next week or so. Last Stand Coffee and Ice Cream Shop is actually coming over here to Madison Avenue. And Casa Trinity will be opening up a 24-bed facility and a 24-hour crisis management, which is right here as you enter into the city of Elmira. And I've overlooked the travel center, which will be a 24-hour travel center coming right to the main entrance as you come into the city of Elmira. And I think that will generate a lot of sales tax revenue for the city and for Chemung County as a whole. Capital budget, we will be going out for bonding. We will be utilizing monies through the state, federal government, and bonds, but we will be going out to bond for about $3.3 million, and that will happen either sometime in April or May of 2026. So in summary, we'll be utilizing $911,000 from the fund balance. Unfortunately, property taxes will be going up 12%. Our sanitation will remain flat. We look forward to economic and, future development within the city of Elmira. And we will focus on continuing to serve our community and provide all essential services to everyone within the city of Elmira. Any questions? What our next steps will be is, again, it's a proposed budget. This is proposed to City Council. We will begin budget workshops next Tuesday, next Wednesday. Council will have the opportunity to make recommendations, suggestions, request changes, and then we will go to a vote in January, hold a public hearing, and then go to a vote to implement the proposed budget or a new change budget by the council. So thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thanks, Mark.